Hello, besties. We got so much to talk about. Not only recaps, we have brand new information for the upcoming shows. We have Vanderpump Rules trailer. We have Ultimate Girls Trip Season 4 cast revealed. We also have a diamond that walked away from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. We will be talking about all this news at the end of the episode. But right now, we're going to be focusing on Potomac, family karma, and southern hospitality. And when I say these episodes were all spicy, I'm telling you, you are not ready because there was so much spicy flavors on these episodes. There were dildos, there were peanut butter. It changed the whole meaning of peanut butter. And we also have the new term Brotox, when two friends, two bros, go get Botox together. Let's dive in on Potomac first because you know that these ladies are fighting. The ladies are fighting. And the funniest part is this episode is the fallout of Mia and Jacqueline, a friendship for 30 years. 30 years. So let's start by saying, hi, Aaron. How are you? Welcome to the show. Giselle. Miss Giselle was talking on the phone with Robin, and she shared some information that I did not know. I was surprised, and I'm also confused because I do not understand the medical terms. But basically, she's having some surgery because she's having issues with her uterus and ovaries. Um, I think, you guys, this should have been Giselle's story to share on this season instead of focusing so much on somebody else's marriage. Because, I mean, that's the most real I have seen her ever on the show. That scene, those like 5 minutes of that conversation, showed me a side of Giselle that I haven't seen before, and she should focus on sharing that with the world. There's so many women out there that I'm pretty sure are going through this same issue, and seeing that on TV probably give them a sense of support. A lot of these, Bravo Labs and shows are also the window to viewers to see themselves in these shows. So when a housewife shares something so personal, I always feel like they are losing the opportunity to actually connect with the viewers in a level that nobody else can do. I'm not a fan of Giselle myself, but in that moment, I kind of was on her team. I was like, I really want her to go into this surgery, do good, and share more about it because I did not know that she was going through that, and I don't know exactly the meaning of this surgery because A, I'm a man, B, like I said, I don't have an uterus, an ovary, so I don't know what's happening. And I would like to know, but I'm pretty sure that women's out there see this show and say, you know what, I'm going through this. And this person who I support or watch or, happened to run into one night and I was watching this episode also is going through the same thing. There is a real connection. There is a storyline, correct? She has this really bad habit of riding the coattail of somebody else's issues or bringing something up or making something up that is damaging to somebody else. But for the first time, we see um, a more humane Giselle. I'm not even a fan, but I'm rooting for her because a medical issue is truly, truly heartbreaking. It's something that you don't want to wish on anyone, and it's something that you want people who are going through this to, overcome this illness. Or if you guys are listening, and you watch the episode and you know exactly what she's going through, please leave your comments on my Twitter, here on YouTube, or my podcast, because I would like to know more into detail of, what is the root of the problem. Yeah, it seems to be a very female focus. It seems to be more with her, reproductive organs and stuff like that. She even said it. Even in this moment, she was able to put like a funny spin of it. She said, like, I don't even know if sex is gonna feel the same way too. So I appreciate that. I appreciated Giselle in that moment. She should focus on that part. She doesn't need, when you have something so personal, you should focus on that to make sure that you have a real, way to connect with the viewer. A lot of housewives nowadays, they are so into creating drama with somebody, even if they have to produce it. You can have drama. Drama is organic, and organic drama is the best thing that you can have on a show. There is so many great shows right now on Bravo creating organic drama, like Family Karma and Southern Hospitality, which we will be talking about later on. Um, but when you sit down and plan a drama and produce a moment, we are smart enough to know, you guys. We've been watching these shows for decades now. So we need to do better. I mean, I said we, but I'm talking about production and the housewife. Focus on the more personal level issues so you can actually connect with people. Is Ali just shared with me what Giselle is going through? It's the removal of the breast and uterus. Angelina Jolie had it done a few years ago, so it is something extremely personal and uh, so it affects women, you know. And for somebody who says all the time on TV that she is like, or for female empowerment and female support, this is the moment for her to shine. Somebody actually commented on a post that I made on Twitter saying that this illness affect a big portion of the black community, the black women, and that's what Giselle needs to do: bring a spotlight to this issue, And I'm hoping that she gets to talk about this more as the surgery gets closer, maybe during the reunion, because it I mean, not everyone wants to make their personal journey in health a kind of like a teaching moment for everybody else. But when you have a platform, when you have such a big platform that reaches millions of people, it's a great moment to do, especially when basically you are, signed to share your life with the world. Because when you go on reality TV, that's the whole point. The whole point of reality TV is to create real moments that is your life that you are sharing with the viewers and the fans. I don't know what is more personal and real than this. So I'm looking forward to see if she share more about it. Um, Moving on to another one that is creating stories instead of focusing on home. It's Miss Robin. We talked about the issue that Juan has with a basketball player. There was some catfish going on, and he looked the other way. That is some serious issue that we didn't learn because of the show. We learned because things are out there, you know. Instead, we're focusing on this wedding that, like Karen said, is with the fake ass ring. I mean, Karen has no chill. I love Karen, and she is the master of the confessionals. But it's true, like we saw this scene where Robin is rushing this. I don't know if we should call it a wedding, because wedding is the party. A wedding is the party, but if you're not having a party, then I don't know if it's a wedding. Whatever they're trying to do, this legal, um, I guess signing a paper, whatever. Now she's rushing it, and we saw a guy doing a fit in and all this stuff. And I'm thinking to myself, I mean, you don't want to invite your friends, you don't want to invite the parents. Not even the parents are invited. Like, I don't know, what is this? I mean, are we kidding? Like, I understand that they were previously married and blah blah blah, so they're trying to save money or whatever. I do not get it. I've been married twice, you guys. My second wedding was bigger than the first one. So yeah, I don't get it. I don't understand it. I'm trying to, and I'm not saying that you have to have a lavish wedding. It's not about spending millions of dollars on a wedding. But when you have been talking about this for years, and you've been engaged for what, like 3 years now, and now you wanna like not even invite the parents. I I I, eh, I mean, obviously there's going to be different opinions. Some people might think that they want it to be more personal, but I don't get it, you guys, because it's not about how big or lavish the wedding is. It's, you're supposed to have witnesses, even for the legal stuff. You just don't go and get married with no witness, you know? You need, I've been to just ceremonies where I have friends, they just wanted to go to the courthouse, get married, and just get on with their days. But you tell your friends have like a dinner for you. I mean, you don't, like I said before, you don't have to have this lavish wedding. You don't have to spend millions of dollars. But have a small dinner at a restaurant with your friends, I don't know. Doesn't make sense to me at all. And I'm trying to get it. I mean, I want to be at that point where I understand the reasoning behind this. I want to be where everybody else who gets it are right now, but I'm not right now. I'm going to be questioning this so-called wedding because it doesn't make any sense to me. um, they also they also have a trip to Mexico because of Ashley's birthday. And you guys, this is where I don't know how they get even paid to be in a reality TV show. Ashley, a couple of weeks ago, had the brain to take her phone out and record the conversation that was happening on the way back to their house in Miami. In Southern hospitality, Will, who's a newbie in the reality TV world, grabbed his phone and recorded Grace and Mia's fight on that bus. How the hell you know that there's some weird conversation happening and some argument in first class and none of the and in first class where there's not that many seats? By the way, the editors made a huge mistake. There is no three sitting on first class. It's usually just two, the most. Especially like the line that they were using to go down to Mexico. So I caught that. I was like, I never seen first class with three seats. So why is Charisse sitting in between Mia and Jacqueline. But how the hell you heard Mia and Jacqueline fighting over who was taking care of the kids and questioning somebody's motherhood and all this stuff, and nobody has like the brain to pull the phone out and kind of try to sneak in the footage. Like, come on, we can do better. That's why I need to be in reality TV, you guys. That's why somebody needs to hire me, either as a producer or the friend of the gay's best friend. I don't care. Put me on, because if you, I'm telling you, if something is happening in a cast trip and there is no cameras recording the moment, you bet that I'll be grabbing my phone and getting the footage, because I mean, anybody gotta see this. If there is mess, I'll be talking about the mess with the proof, with the receipt. You know, obviously the fight was really intense because as soon as they land in Mexico, you know that the vibe was off. The vibes were not vibing, and I was living for this moment because previously I did not understand the reason for Jacqueline to be part of the show. I honestly do not. I was trying to understand why she was in the mix. I always forgot that she was even an official friend of, with a cast photo, with official cast photo on and everything. I even forgot that part too. But when she got activated in Mexico, I understood. They were going at each other hard, like for real. Like they the moment that Jacqueline said like she needs some dick, and she kind of the whole fist, she she grabbed her whole fist and started fisting in the air. I was dying. Like, oh my gosh. Obviously, then Mia dropped the iconic Nini line, keep your legs close to marry man. A full circle, because Miss Mia is also friend with Patricia, who also had a issue with Nini in the past, when Nini told Patricia, aka Peter, to stay out of women business. So Miss Mia not only brought Peter, aka Patricia, to the show, who's Nini's nemesis, we also have Nini's iconic line said by Mia. So full circle right there. I guess Mia was trying to get on Housewives of Atlanta. She just forgot that she was in a different city. um, that trip start with, first off, Ashley giving the women's dildos. I'm all for it. I'm all for the sex toys. I'm very sex positive. If you want to use that to relieve yourself and to continue to have peace of mind, great, do it, because the world needs it. The world needs people in a happy state, and we all know that sex, any type of sex, release endorphin, just like working out, you know. And, and if your body's full of endorphins, you're happy. So either go for a run or use your dildo, whatever helps, do it. So that was great. Kudos to Ashley for having the sex toys for the ladies in Mexico. They also have a shaman. This is the second shaman in the past like 2 weeks. Last week we had it in Miami. And unlike Miami, this shaman scene showcase why Potomac cast is so divided. Unlike Miami, where even though they are having issues within the group, when they had that shaman moment, it was so organic. It was so real. It was so raw. They were crying. They had each other's back. They were opening about their issues and they were listening. And it felt so real. And I think I even cried a little bit listening to the ladies and their struggles. But but then we see the same kind of like idea in on Potomac. Instead, we see Giselle making fun of one of somebody for sharing how they felt and all this stuff. So I'm like, hmm, I see how you guys work. Ah, I, yeah, I don't think. By the way, I'm trying to go back to the Jacqueline because Jacqueline also said that she didn't sleep with Papa G, with Big G, and yeah, I actually kind of agree. I don't think they fooled around, and if even if they did fool around, it seems to me that I mean that previous conversation that they had on that sofa was so weird. I'm still like confused how they even agree, you know, how they even agree to have this conversation where where the whole vibe of the moment was awkward, you know. So I can tell that they put themselves into this situation not like it was produced by them and they didn't know how to handle it and it felt really off. So by the vibes of the conversation I felt like maybe G and Jacqueline fooled around in front of Mia, who knows. But there is a there's a different layer to it, you know. When they were fighting in Mexico, the way that Jacqueline was taking Mia's attack was as if Jacqueline slept with Papa G and Jacqueline reacted. You know, and some of the ladies were like, "What the hell are you talking about?" You know, Mia wasn't accusing you of sleeping with her husband. Um, so there has to be more to the story. There has to be somebody. I mean, this accusation is really like weird, and I want to know why they have this fallout because for a 30-year friendship where they even shower together, they look into each other's vaginas with like the flashlight, like they're going into like a cave, like exploring the cave. I mean, to fall out over like some like fight on a plane about kids, it seems really strange. There has to be previous accusation for them to have this awful fight. And yes, Mia's making no sense. Jacqueline is confused with what Mia's saying. So the whole thing it's definitely questionable. There has to be more to the story, and somebody better spill the tea because I need it. I need to know. A friendship of 30 years to be lost over this doesn't make any sense. Um, we also talking about vaginas. I mean, you guys. I'm not. I'm not going to talk about vaginas because I'm mad. I know about this. No, I have no idea. Um, I've been with women before. Yes, when I was in my teens, but that was a very long time ago. So I don't know what is happening down there, and no friend has asked me to look what is happening down there. So it, to me, it's like a foreign language. But it seems like this is a theme on Bravo in the past two episodes of Potomac and also Southern Hospitality, which once again we'll talk later. Um, ladies, ladies, make sure that you know what's happening down there. You gotta look. I mean, use a mirror, whatever you do. I do agree with, they were having a conversation. Candice was saying or asking the ladies to use a mirror to see what's happening. I mean, not don't ask your friend. Don't ask for help. I'm pretty sure you can do that yourself. Or go to the doctor. Go to a gynecologist because um, I'm not asking. I'm not asking no friend to do a cancer check on my balls. Trust me. So if I have questions about feeling something weird down there, the first thing that I do is call my primary doctor and ask them, hey, should I go and get something checked or whatever? Because I'm asking no friend to look down there. This is a personal space. I like my personal space to be uh, not touched by unprofessional hands. And please, yes, I agree. I'm gonna read this because it's killing me right now. Please provide gloves, a mask, and a licensed professional. I agree 100%. I was dying. Honestly, I like these moments in the housewife world when they are having a kiki so fun that we can have this type of like moments and conversation and just have a great time, you know which also they went to Mexico to celebrate Ashley's birthday. They had maybe like 2 minutes of full on fun when they walked into that room where they have that surprise, dinner or whatever for Ashley or reception, you know. Miss Candy, hi. I love when Candy join us because I know she got the tea. She always bring the tea. She's ready. um, but yes, I honestly enjoy when housewives have key moments. That's what I live for. That's what I always look forward to. So for those 2 minutes when they walked into that room and they um they surprised Ashley with balloons and whatever, I enjoyed it. All the ladies ran and hugged her, and it felt so like a friendship is there. Even though obviously they are talking behind each other's backs and doing some crazy stuff, but that's part of the TV show. There are moments where you can tell that these ladies uh, do like each other. Unlike Salt Lake City, where we know, mm, mm, those ladies, ooh, the fights. But I have an experience. I'm gonna share this with you guys from BravoCon. I'm at the Legends Ball. I'm pretty sure you watched that on Bravo. Watch What Happened Live because that was aired. But I was there, and one thing that I noticed was that when Candace was performing her segment on the musical, mashup that they did, all the housewives of Potomac, every single one of them, was vibing. They got up, they were clapping, they were dancing, they were cheering for her friend, castmate, whatever you want to call it. So that to me shows that in some level they still want the other one to be successful in the show or out of the show or whatever. Salt Lake City, it's like Miami too. I said it before. Miami is working because those ladies are friends. They're real friends outside the show. They hang out. They go through drama together. They go through ups and downs together, and they have production and producing drama, but they still feel like a team, a cast that works. Um, yes, I believe that right now that's the strongest cast that, of any franchise. Second close is Potomac, and um, hopefully Beverly Hills get their shit together now. Uh, the rat and the other one are gone. Um, Talking about Robin's wedding, something that I literally die, was when her veil just flew away. And Karen said, like, even the veil was like, bye, bitch, I'm out of here. Not even the veil believed that she's getting married. I'm like, yeah, Karen, I see you. I know what you're talking about. Um, that was cute though. That little veil, like to be bright to be and was not. That was cute. That was really cute, and um, I just think it's hysterical. I'm like I said it before. I'm going to wait until they get married or whatever. They show the marriage or whatnot, because there's no wedding. We need to be clear. Obviously, there is no wedding. That's their plan. I still do not understand it because she's not inviting the parents. But anyways, that's their business, not mine. But since she's in a reality TV show that we watch, we're gonna talk about it. Another one that Karen just killed me with was the has been leprechaun. That it just mingles around trying to find coins, trying to find food. And this leprechaun name is Cherise. We ended the episode with a major blowout between Cherise and Karen. And what triggered this fight was Cherise bringing up Karen's mom. And I'm not gonna go deep into this fight because obviously this is like the main topic for next episode. So we will dive into the issue on the next episode. Um, but Jesus Christ, I was scared watching the at the end. My jaw dropped to the floor. I was waiting for the table to be flipped. That was giving me Teresa's season one of New Jersey vibes, where they were just like so freaking pissed they were about to flip a table. But I'm just gonna say it. I'm Team Karen. I love Karen. I think um, there is some motive for Charisse to be hanging around and always being around, and you know that Giselle brought her on the show to do the dirty work, you know. And I hate hypocrisy. Obviously, we all a little hyper like we have double standards. We all do. It's fine. But you cannot tell me that Karen is rude for not inviting Charisse to the show, to the live show that she had in the previous episode. But you're telling me that Charisse purposely sharing a video of Karen showing her titties because the dress was like falling off and whatever. You're not gonna tell me that that's like retaliation and it's not funny, but you find it funny because it's the person that you like. To be honest, in my personal opinion, I think the video is sharing a video like that on a group chat for no like with no for no reason seems to me more um kind of like she was planning to do it just to hurt Karen. While Karen not inviting her to the show is her prerogative because it's her show at the end. Cherise and Karen don't get along. They don't have a friendship. They obviously haven't spoken in a while. So why would Karen invite her to a show that is so personal and so like um that she wanted to share with those that she cared for or she was close to? It's her show. She can do whatever she wants. But when you grab something that might make the other person feel a little like, oh my gosh, I'm embarrassed or whatever, that is on purpose. So that's not funny. That's not a joke, you know? But that's my personal opinion. Maybe because I like Karen, I'm biased. You tell me. Like I said before, you can go to my Twitter, to YouTube, Instagram, and just leave your comment because trust me, I want to know what you think. Ah, Potomac definitely delivered, and I'm excited for what is coming because Karen is activated. We have Cherise activated. Um, we have Jacqueline activated. We have Mia activated. So everybody's. I mean, this is like everybody's going after each other. There's different dramas going on. We can talk about this for hours, you guys. We can be kikiing for hours, but we're gonna save some of that energy for the next episode because things are getting spicy, spicy like the food that I just ate, you guys. I think I overdid the spice today, and I forgot to bring my drink, and I feel like my throat is on fire. But it is true. This is happening in just one episode. All these fights and all these storylines kind of like getting to the point where we know we are heading towards what will be like the season. I don't think season finale just yet. We still have more episodes to go, but it's starting to get to that point where all the drama is boiling. So it's exciting. Another place where there is drama going on, it's in Family Karma. I don't like when the aunties fight, you guys. I don't know if you guys are watching Family Karma. Like I always say, please watch this show because this show has one of the most amazing cast because they are friends, they are families, and they're real drama. They're real issues. They have all the ingredients for fun. They have cultural backgrounds that are so interesting, which was very much the theme of the last episode. They had this huge, kind of like, I don't know, like a barbecue. I don't know, something like that, but all with Indian food, where they brought, each family brought like a dish, and obviously, depend of what area of India you're from, the flavors and the spices are different. Um, so you get to see that. I love that. I'm so into cultural moments, but the aunties, woo, woo, the shade, the shade, and when they are fighting, they're not holding back. Um, the aunties are fighting because Dharma felt like Reshma was ignoring her at the wedding, or like she didn't treat her right, or didn't pay attention to her. And then on the other hand, Reshma was saying that Dharma was the one who was giving her attitude. She was trying to kind of avoid the situation. That she tried to approach her, but oof, intense. I was so jealous of the cameraman that got all the food because that food looked so good. But at the same time, I was jealous of the cameraman because he was watching right there how the aunties were going at each other. And when I tell you one thing, these aunties, they give better shade than most housewives, and they don't wait for the confessional, you guys. They're just not like saying it when the other one is not listening. They are throwing the shade right in front of them. I mean, they just don't care. I'm Team Reshma though. I think when Dharma was making her points in the last episode, and they made Lavina feel that she was not doing the right thing by supporting Reshma because that's her friend. I don't agree with that. Lavina did what she needed to do to protect her friendship with Reshma. And the way they were talking about her, I did not like it. I think Dharma is trying to act like Lopa, and Lopa is great at throwing shade, but her shade sometimes can be a little harsh. Um, and she has this, like demeanor to her, or kind of like an attitude that sometimes can come off a little wrong, but it's um, it's given, you guys. It's given so much that I want you to watch it. It's a show that you can literally sit down and watch in like a weekend because each season only has like 8 to 9 episodes, and the stories are so great. Watch for the aunties, and the aunties are not like the main cast of the show. The aunties, the aunties are kind of like the friend of a housewife, because the cast really is the kids, or like kids. I'm talking about their sons and daughters. They're um, that's the cast. Like Brian, Monica, Bali, Vishal, Anred, Resha, now Rishi, which I don't like. That's the cast. The younger generation. But the aunties, when they're fighting, that's like World War III, you guys. It's serious stuff. Um, and yes, I completely agree. All this drama started from the wedding, which, by the way, Vishal and Risha's wedding is by far one of the best Bravo weddings ever. I mean, that was absolutely beautiful. And I'm so excited for the next wedding, which is Nicholas and Onred. And that's what I'm gonna pivot right now. uh, this, I love it. Unless you are Robin Dixon. Yes, a wedding should bring happiness, not all this drama unless you are Robin Dixon, because Jesus Christ, the drama and the shade being thrown in Potomac because of this not wedding. This is not a wedding, it's a not wedding. But talking about a wedding that is actually happening is a Nicholas and Anred. You know, I I'm heartbroken, you guys. The way that Nicholas was sharing that he spoke to his parents, um, the way that he spoke about the fact that his parents were not going to walk him down the aisle, I just wanted to hug him and tell him everything will be fine. You can tell how heartbreaking it was for him to share the story to Enrich's mom. I'm just so happy that he found a family like Enrich who see him as a son and care for him, and they're open to him enough for him to feel so comfortable to share something so personal and not feel embarrassed but feel safe. That is a beautiful thing. But on top of that beautiful thing, there is also that pain that you can tell that he's going through because his own family can't accept who he is or the person that he loves. I, I understand his pain. I think I had shared that here before, but if this is the first time of you listening, I also went through my struggle with my mother when I first came out. We didn't speak for almost 5 years because of her religious beliefs. And my mother and I were extremely close before the fallout. It took many years for my mother to understand that I'm still the same person that she raised. This I have the same values. I'm just in love with somebody else, somebody that she didn't think, or the opposite. I don't know. I don't know how to put it because to me, the person that I love is the person that I love. Period. Doesn't have to do anything with anything else. But in her head, it was hard to understand it, and it took a long time for her to get to that point where we reestablish our relationship. And she was there. She wasn't at my first wedding, but she was on my second wedding, and that was to me the most amazing memory of my wedding, when I had the opportunity to speak to her directly and thank her for being there. Um, my mother, she doesn't speak English much. She does, but it's very, very broken. So I spoke to her in Spanish. 95% of the people at my wedding only spoke English. So before I addressed her directly in Spanish, I told everybody else what I was going to say so they knew what I was talking about. Even though I didn't have to, but I want everybody to feel included. Um, so having that connection with my mom in that moment is the best memory from my wedding. So when I see Nicholas breaking and in such a pain because he might be holding, I mean, he's probably holding it for the TV purposes. Like maybe he's not crying right there, but in the last episode, we saw him walking out of like the scene because he was going through it, and it's hard, you know, especially when you love your parents, you know, when you still want them to be there, when you still want them part of your life, you know. A lot of people can just leave home and they are okay because um, probably they never felt a connection with their parents in any level. But when there is an actual connection, but this part, you know, where you can accept who your kid love, is hard, you know. And for some people weddings are not important, but for some others are. And having your parent walking you down the aisle is a memory that you want to uh, hold on for the rest of your life, you know. So I get it. And the best part of this, you know, being on a reality TV show, being able to share this with the world, is that at least you have people out there who love you. So I'm taking this opportunity to tell Nicholas that many fans, including myself, of the show love him. We are excited for the wedding. We cannot wait for that because we know it's going to be absolutely beautiful. And whatever happened, if your parents are not walking down the aisle, because we haven't gotten to that point yet, just know that we all will be walking you down the aisle as we watch the show, you know. Um, there's so many great messages on my Twitter. I made a post about this on my Twitter, and so many people just replied saying that they want to hug Nicholas. Uh, they wish Nicholas was their son to walk him down the aisle. Somebody said Nicholas must be always be protected. um, somebody said your parents don't deserve walking you down the aisle. I mean, I have many, many messages. I'm reading through my tweets right now. So um, I just wanted to share that like there is over 100 messages just sharing love. So just know, Nicholas, that we truly love you and appreciate you, and thank you for sharing your story, because somebody out there is watching it and see the positive, which is the way that you and Henri love each other, and the way that everybody else in the group, the cast, Vishal, Brian, uh, Bali, and everybody else in the group, love you guys. So I that's my message, and yes. One thing that I also find really entertaining on Family Karma is Brian, who, for the second time, he got his car blessed on national TV. It first happened in the first season 4 years ago, and now he got a new car, a Tesla, and he didn't even know how to use the app on his phone. He had like a fart noise, and the fart noise was going off when the priest was doing the whole religious ceremony to bless the car. And I was just laughing. Only Brian, I'm telling Brian is a really good looking man, but you can always see that he's in some kind of issue, kind of trouble. He doesn't know what to do. Like, he doesn't know how to do the laundry, and he's moving out of the house. So I wonder if he already learned how to do the laundry. So many questions, you guys. Which, by the way, I also have another question, because he was on Watch What Happened Live, and he shared that somebody from Winter House, Summer House, was rude to him. And I want us to speculate wildly. I want us to speculate wildly, because I'm trying to figure out who was the person who was rude to Brian, because the poor man does not deserve it. He's a nice, nice guy. Very nice. Like, once again, I saw him during the BravoCon, and he was having a good time. So whoever was mean to Brian, you are. I'm sorry. I was so like curious to know who he was. Who do you guys think it is? It's not Luke, because I saw pictures, and he said that he got along with Luke. It's not Andrea, because I also saw them hanging out, and he took pictures with him and everything. So it's not him. I wonder if it's one of the girls. I wonder if it's Lindsay. I don't know, you guys. It's gotta. I'm trying to. Oh, maybe Austin or Craig. I don't know. I have no tea on this situation, but I want to know. I need somebody to slide in my DMs and bring the tea, because, um, yeah, Winter Summer House cast member was rude to Brian. And like I always say, you guys, if you guys have any theory, any conspiracy theory to share with me about this, my DMs are open. You can either go on my Twitter, Martini with Eddie, and comment and leave me a comment. Also here on YouTube, you know where to find me. Martini with Eddie, Instagram, YouTube, podcast. Leave the comment. I need to know what you think. This is very important, you guys. And talking about important information, if you are not watching Southern Hospitality, and I'm emphasizing the word tea because the tea is hot, you are missing out in one of the best new shows with the hottest cast on Bravo right now. I'm not joking, you guys. Please don't sleep on Southern Hospitality. It's freaking amazing. In about 3 weeks, I'm going to Charleston, and we are going to hang out, and I will get more tea for you guys. But yes, I'm already booked and busy to go down to Charleston. I'm gonna be partying at Republic. I'm gonna be having dinner at some of the other Levis restaurants, um, brunch with some of the cast members. We are building, you know, you know, plans and what's not. So I'm so excited to be able to have this opportunity to speak to them in person, hang out with them, because, like I said before, this cast is bringing it. They are given VPR early seasons vibes, and I need Bravo to renew their contract immediately for a second season, because if they don't do it, I'm rioting. So, yes, it's that good. Last night's episode, you guys, it was filled with fun and drama and the usage of peanut butter for the most random sex act. And I'm gonna share that with you because I'm still thinking about the whole peanut butter situation. I do not like peanut butter in the first place. I do not like peanut butter. Period. The smell makes me nauseous. The taste is ugh. But maybe because I ate way too much growing up, now I just can't. Ugh. But in Southern hospitality, Amy shared with everybody after an argument that she used peanut butter to lick it out of somebody's dick. And I'm thinking to myself, it better be creamy, because if that peanut butter was the crunchy one with all the little nut pieces in it, that thing leaves scratches. So if you are trying to do something, experiment with a condiment, make sure that the peanut butter is creamy. You do not want scratches on your penis. I mean, what happened to using whipped cream? At least that's sweet. Why would you want to put more salt to stuff down there when most of the time that area is salty? I'm not saying because it's sweaty, you guys. Please, everybody, make sure that down there is clean. But yeah, I mean, if you're gonna talk about oral sex down there, it's not sweet. So why would you put more salt to it? Like, what happened to chocolate? What happened to peanut butter? I mean, whipped cream or maybe jelly. Be creative. I don't know. But anyways, another big piece of information, you guys. It's Joe Bradley's ass. That ass was assing. That ass was assing. And the 10 line was 10 lining. I was not ready. I was not prepared. But production said, we are going to give the gays and the girls everything they want. They gave us 3 full seconds of Joe Bradley's bare butt while he's taking a shower. And 3 seconds might sound short, but in TV time, that's a very long time. So, yes, I looked very respectfully talking, but disrespectfully watching. I'm not gonna go into any more details or any more graphic description because A, you need to watch the show. B, I'm meeting the man in 3 weeks and I don't want any of this to backfire me. But yes, I'm gonna share this. Ali said that Zoom. Yes, Zoom. Exactly. Pause the moment in Zoom because we wanted to see the whole thing. We wanted to make sure that we were not being tricked by production. and there was no, you know, any CGI moment going on. I love that, you guys. I'm a bot man. I appreciate bots. You know, that's my thing. And I'm not just talking about like in the gay way. Like I only look at guys bots. No, I mean I liked bots, like girls, men, in the way that it to me visually the bot is beautiful. You know, if you work out, you know, some people have them by genetics, some people have them by working out, some people have them because of surgeries. But I'm a bot man. So thank you to the production. Thank you to the production. Thank you for your service. That was a gift. And I think the whole entire community of the Bravo world is very thankful for allowing us in such a personal space. Also, we got introduced to Reagan, who happens to be somebody who was working at Republic and left because she found a rich boyfriend while working, and the other girls were mad because that's what they want. But now she's back and she's bringing so much drama in less than 20 seconds. We had a whole backstory and a lot of hate from some of the cast members too, saying that Reagan was a cheater and a liar. And then obviously some other people that were saying that she's such a great person. So they are divided. And based on what I saw last night, I like the girl. I mean, if she found love in a hopeless place and the love happened to have money and they're traveling the world, the girl's only what, 23, 22, 23. I'm okay with it. Do your thing, girl. And she also seems to be like a fun girl to hang out with. They went to this restaurant for her birthday, whatever, and she said that she was born on sex day, so she's expecting to have a lot of sex. I was born in milkshake day, so I expect my day to be full of milkshakes. They bring the boys to the yard. But then we also found out that she might have had some sex stuff going on with Broadley. And I mean, Broadley, who happens to be a personal trainer, you can tell that he's built like a rock. I'm like, she likes rock climbing. Honestly, Bradley is a very handsome man. So, and they said like it were all rumors, and then that's when the whole peanut butter situation came to the table. So we have the rumors of Reagan sleeping with Bradley like a year before that, and then Emmy admit to licking to somebody's dick full of like peanut butter because Bradley threw down her face. So as you can see, this show is freaking amazing, and we haven't even talking about the fact that they went to a baseball game and Joe was kissing Mia. And if you haven't noticed how hot they look together, I'm telling you, they have the potential to be one of those like really hot couples on Bravo. You know, Joe Bradley and Mia are just genetically blessed and together are just a power couple. Are they going to end up together? Who knows? But they're young, have a good time, and enjoy the moment. I'm all for it. And Grace Lily had a party too, like a pink party, and she was looking for flowers that look like vaginas because that's the power of, the women, because they give birth, and she has lived 4 times. I'm not exaggerating. This happened in just one conversation. She said that flowers remind her of the vagina, the power of the vagina, because that's where life comes from. And she had lived 4 times in the past. She thinks she was like a queen or a pirate or something like that. This happened in the same sentence, you guys. So if you are not watching Southern Hospitality, go to Peacock and stream the show and watch it, because I I really believe that this show is going to be one of those multi-season shows where you actually fall in love with the cast, because the cast work. The cast works as an entire group. I like them all, some more than others. That's obviously normal, but I like them as a cast. Even when they're fighting, that they have a friendship, and they're messy because they're young, and they work in the restaurant business, and there's that's one of the messiest business to be in. That's where, like, literally, it's so messy. Everybody that you work with, their lives. You spend more time together than anybody else, because that's you work a night with the same people over and over again. So you become really close, I have so many friends growing up that worked in restaurants. I worked in a restaurant for a couple of months because one of my friends' parents that I grew up with, they were owners of an Italian restaurant in my town in Richwood, um, and that was kind of my first job. So I know the messiness that happened behind the scenes in a restaurant. The relationships, and the messiness, and people know your life because there's such a small, you know, staff. So I like them, and I 100% believe in this show. So my recommendation to you guys, if you are listening, you are not watching it yet, is like, do not think it twice. It's so fun. The first episode, the second episode, you might feel like, okay, what's happening? You don't know them yet. But by now, if you have been following their story, you like them. They have different backgrounds. It's a very diverse cast. You know, I'm gonna bring you some tea. I'm telling you, and not only tea. I'm promising you that I'm going to be working to bring some of this cast here, where you can ask the questions. Trust me. And if you're watching the show, have your questions ready, because I might surprise you in a couple of days. um, but I don't want to spill the surprise because I don't want to jinx myself. Let's talk about Bravo News. Let's talk about Bravo News because this week has been busy for all of us who are content creators in the Bravo community. Let's start with the shocking, not so shocking Diamond leaving the Housewives universe. I'm not talking about it right now. I'm talking about the other one. Diana Jenkins confirmed that she's not coming back because she's going to be focusing on her pregnancy, and that she's been recommended to stay in bed and just focus on her health. Girl, who are you lying? You were not invited. This is the type of person who make an excuse to a party that she's not invited in the first place. I mean, I appreciate the intention, and thank you for letting us know that you're not coming back and that you are going to be focusing on your pregnancy. But don't make it look like you were like the contract arrived to your doors because you weren't even invited to watch what happened live once. You also appear on the reunion for like 20 seconds and you look like a moron doing so because you were so confusing and you were even confused yourself. So the fact that she's trying to tell us that she made the choice to leave is quite laughable. But I appreciate the sentiment. I wish her nothing but the best. I want her to have a healthy pregnancy. Um, Maybe next time that you try to be in a reality TV show, know that if you come in too hot for no reason, people are gonna know. And the fact that you were trying to have drama with Sutton for no reason came back to bite you in the ass. Period. Moving on to a different story because I don't want to waste my time on this person. I mean, why would I? You're not coming back. End of the story. That's the whole news on Diana. But there are definitely news coming from Beverly Hills because obviously the cast shakeup has not ended. We will know more news in the upcoming weeks because they are starting filming either at the end of the month or beginning of next month. Um, so yeah, that's why all the shakeups and all the news are coming out now because the contracts are being delivered and we will know who's coming back and who is rejoining the cast or who is a newbie for the cast. I have very, very high hopes for Beverly Hills now. I was concerned that they were going to leave the same cast to try to tie the ends of the previous season's drama, which, by the way, I'm happy that they are leaving that in the past where it should be, because that last season of Beverly Hills was so traumatizing that I need Bravo to send me checks for my therapy sessions after the PTSD that I went through last season. I'm just joking, but it's true. It was really hard to watch. Not only the show, but the dynamics outside in social media. I had Philly Diva here on my recap of the whole year 2022, and she shared her story about her interaction with Diana Jenkins on her Instagram and how she, mentioned black content creator as, as if it was something bad or something. And she shared the story how she felt. She's also coming back to my show, and not like Diana that she's not coming back to the show to Beverly Hills. Philly Diva is coming back to my show where we're gonna be talking about more Bravo news and recaps and such. So you will see Philly Diva here this week, but they are going to have more changes, and I want to know if maybe LVP is coming back. I'm not saying that I'm like breaking news. LVP is coming back. No, this is not like that. I'm not dropping tea on this. I'm sharing my opinion right now. And I've been noticing a couple of things in the past couple of days that are hinting to me that there might be a chance of LVP either making an appearance or coming back to the show. First was um, Jessica Chastain was having a tweet conversation with LVP, where LVP was asking her to be on the Housewives of Beverly Hills, and Jessica Chastain said she doesn't live on the West Coast; she lives on the East Coast. Blah blah blah. And the intervene saying keep going. The keep going could be either LVP trying to convince Jessica Chastain to come to the show or something along those lines. Also, Kyle Richards keeps sharing a season 9 clip where between her and LVP. This is the second time that either she liked it or she shared it on her own story. When LVP tweet Ding Dong when Lisa Rinna left, Kyle was quick to like one of the comments, and I think either retweet or like one of the comments on this on the tweet. And she was also asked on, I think on an Amazon Live, about LVP coming back to the show. She said that it wouldn't make sense, that she doesn't want it, whatever. But when the housewives talk so much about a one particular person, so often is hinting about something. And it would be really interesting to see if Andy in production can persuade LVP on coming back to the show now that Rena is out. Because I believe, I know LVP said in the past that she will only come back to the show if the whole entire Fox 405 was gone. But I think Rena was like the main reason for her not to come back. Even though the friend that she lost was really Kyle. There is a side of me who believes that the main reason why LVP was so against coming back was because the way Rena acted towards her when her brother passed away, and how disgusting she was when she posted that cupcake tweet when LVP was celebrating her birthday, the same year that her brother passed away, you know. That's what I think. It's your time to let me know what you think. Do you think LVP is coming back? Do you think that it makes sense for her to come back? Do you want her to come back? Let me know. Talking about LVP, now we are going to talk about the show that I absolutely love more than any show, non-housewife show, and that is VPR. Vanderpump Rules is my favorite non-housewife show, overall. And I'm so happy that we finally got the trailer. I actually announced it on my Twitter before most bloggers. And some of the bloggers, we got the tea. We were announcing this trailer coming out on Monday, and it happened. A lot of people were messaging me like, "Where is the trailer? What is the trailer?" I'm like, I don't know, but it's coming. So the trailer dropped, and it looks so messy that it's exciting. It's definitely giving VPR early season vibes, where everybody is just being messy. It's heavily focused on Katie's and Tom's divorce. It seems like that's going to be one of like the main drive of this season. And honestly, I'm excited to watch this because I like them both. I like Katie and I like Tom Swartz. I like him. But I never understood their relationship. It's like two really good people that were not meant to be together. And the way that Katie wanted Tom to be part of the relationship, it was not going to happen. Same way that Tom wanted Katie to be in that relationship, like it was not going to happen either. So it was like two people who are great on, as on their own, but didn't quite fit together. And I saw this happening. I saw this coming. Like when the news of them, divorcing dropped, I was not shocked. I'm not saying that I seen anything that was giving away any of this or whatever, but by watching their interaction on TV and by watching the way that they were talking, I always had my doubts about how strong they were as a couple. And obviously was, as expected, it ended in a divorce. Now we will find out how ugly it is because I mean Tom and that making out and hooking up with Raquel, Lala is going nuts over this. She's pissed. And we also see Sheena's wedding in Mexico. I'm kind of scared for um you know the fact that James is drinking again. He's drinking too much based on the trailer. And somebody who was trying to recover from alcoholism falling back into it. I don't know. I don't know how I feel. I'm very concerned because I like him. I like the guy. He's one of those like characters that you kind of like hate and love at the same time because he just seems so like laid back but dramatic at the same time. So crazy, right? Also on the trailer there is a moment where my fave Ariana is talking to Tom about rumors of people saying that they are in an open relationship, but they're not. She posted on Twitter, "I'm not that cool. We are not in an open relationship. I couldn't be in one." So that's that. So yeah, the trailer was jam packed with many interesting storylines. Like I just mentioned, Katie's and Tom's divorce, Sheena's wedding, Lala's, with Randall situation because that happened at the end of last season. So now we pick that up. Now we actually get to see what she went through. So that's a lot. We have the whole, James uh, getting back into drinking with a new girl. The girl's concerned about uh, his friendship with Lala because they used to date. I think it's really funny when he said like something about his ego or something, and he says like small. I think Lala was referring about his penis. It was funny. Um, but I'm so excited for Vanderpump Rules to come back. I'm ready. I cannot wait for February 8th. Mark your calendars, besties. Mark your calendars. February 8th is when VPR is back on our screens. And I hope you guys are going to watch because, as you know, I'll be recapping and I'll be bringing you all the tea from the show. And I'm not holding back because it's my favorite show. About another news, they also dropped yesterday. And I feel we need to talk about this because Jesus Christ, I'm shocked. No, I'm not really shocked. I kind of knew, but I'm shocked that they confirmed it. The Ultimate Girls Trip Season 4 cast was revealed. It's back and it's gonna be filming in Morocco. And the cast is as disjointed as insanity. It's crazy who they picked this time to go on this trip. I'm not happy though with one thing. I'm not happy with them recasting Vicky. I'm not a Vicky fan. I don't like Vicky. I don't care for Vicky. I don't think she's that iconic. Yes, she was in the original Orange County, but she 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 think that the success of Orange County and for that reason the other housewives is because of her. No, 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 no. Orange County has always been not the main housewives. It was the first one, and yes, because people got into it, it opened the door for all the cities, but the other cities outshine Orange County. Every single one of them. New York, New Jersey, then Atlanta, then Beverly Hills, and the list goes on and on, and then Potomac, and then Miami. So no, the fact that Vicky thinks that the housewives have like some kind of like they have to like bow down to her, you know, I don't like it. It's just my personal opinion, you guys. That's the only thing. But I respect everybody's opinion. I honestly do. Like honestly, Erin's message said that she loves Vicky. I agree to disagree on that one. It's true. We're not gonna like the same housewife all the time, and I always tell this to people. We watch different housewives shows, right? Sometimes we are going to disagree. And that's fine. This is why we watch these shows, you guys. We are going to agree. We are going to disagree. But do not take it personal. I see this happening online so much when people fall out because they started liking another housewife from a different city more than other ones. And they start fighting over why. It's a reality TV show. It's not that serious, you know. So back to the cast. Vicky from Orange County, Gretchen from Orange County, which I'm wondering if production is gonna put that whole filter on her face that you can barely see her nose. Can you imagine that? That everybody else has no filter, and then it's Gretchen right there with like a Facetune, overly Facetune filter. You know what I'm talking about. If you follow Gretchen, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The face has only the eyes and the mouth and no nose. It's freaking hysterical. I don't know why she does that because I find it extremely bizarre and like if I look at myself with that filter on, I will feel really weird. You know, like it's like an alien. But I'm wondering if production is gonna put the whole um Gretchen filter on her when she's talking because that would be hysterical. I will pay top dollars for the editors to take an extra minute to add that filter on her face just on Gretchen. We also have Brandy returning. We had Camille Grammer Mayer coming back to coming back to Bravo and Peacock, and I'm excited. I'm excited because I love Camille. I know she's not for everybody. I know she's not liked by everybody, but I love how messy she is. And she's not the type of messy like Lisa Rinna messy. She is messy and she gave you like shady confessionals and she shut it down like she did with Teddy Mellencamp, John Mellencamp's daughter. So I'm excited for my girl Camille to be back on my screen in some form. Hopefully, she this opens the door for her to also make her way into Housewives of Beverly Hills as a friend of or whatever. We also have Phaedra coming back. We have Eva coming back. We have Alex McCord. That was a wild card. I was not expecting that. When I got the info that Alex McCord was coming to the Ultimate Girls Trip, I was like, interesting choice. I do believe that this has to do a lot with legacy. I starting to believe that Bravo is using and Peacock are using the Ultimate Girls Trip um, to bring women who will be in a legacy show without being on the legacy version. I don't think that they're gonna bring Alice McCord to the legacy New York, but this is a way to reintroduce her into our lives. And I'm excited. I mean, Alex McCord was freaking messy. She was a mess, messy and a mess, and I love mess. Also coming back after a long time being away from TV is Caroline Manzo. So it's a very interesting cast, you guys. I'm hooked. I love Ultimate Girls Trip idea. I love it. I love season 2 more than season 1. I'm interested on season 3 with, by the way, I'm still upset that even though I already watched the trailer, we watched it on BravoCon. I'm upset at the fact that it's already January 2023 and we have not gotten a date and the official trailer on like HD on the websites. Like I want the trailer, I want the date because Miami's almost done. I mean, it's not done, but we're halfway there. And I'm expecting Girls Trip to premiere right after Miami. That's why it makes sense. You know, I know that they have the trailers coming soon too, which I'll be watching and probably I'm gonna bring some like small recaps and what's not, depending how the show does. I'm rooting for Brandy and for Kyle from Winter Summer House. Um, I that's those two are my choices to root in this kind of competition type of game. But if we go by what happened last time, Ultimate Girls Trip season 2 ended, and right after that, Miami was premiered. So now that Miami is like halfway through it, I feel like we should get a trailer for um for Ultimate Girls Trip and a date for it. So I need it because I will be recapping Girls Trip. I love that setting. I love that format when they bring, people from the past in a trip type of setting, and pretty much the production just has to turn the camera on because they know that these women deliver. Honestly, I do believe the season 4 cast, you don't have to give them a script. You don't have to give them anything. You don't have to give them an idea of what to do. Literally, the cameraman has just to put his camera on his shoulder, turn it on, and let them do what they want to do, because you know it's going to be messy, it's going to be dramatic, it's going to be shady, and I'm here for it because this cast, I believe in. So yes, I will be recapping Ultimate Girls Trip. I just need season 3 to give us the date and give us also the trailer. I cannot wait to see um, Alexia and Marisol in this Ultimate Girls Trip season 3. I cannot wait to see Candace. I do not care for Heather at all. And I do not want her to be talking about her goddamn black eye that I'm tired already. Tired, exhausted. I'm happy that this season is over. Well, we have one more episode, but Jesus Christ. It was the shortest season, but it was so boring. Like, there was nothing, absolutely nothing to it. So, yes, that's going to be coming soon, hopefully. So, I will be recapping Ultimate Girl through season 3, the film in Thailand, and We will be getting more news, and as you can see, I will be making sure to bring you all the news on my podcast with my opinion, and obviously the opinion of my friend who joined me here on the live chat as well. If you like this podcast, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, to my podcast, that it is streamed in every single platform where you stream your podcast. You find that Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and whatever streaming system that you use. I'm there to bother your life and annoy you with all my Bravo takes. But yes, you can find me also on Instagram, on Twitter as Martinez with Eddie. I also have my website, martinezwitheddie.com. Besties, all I ask is for you to enjoy my takes. Give me a follow on YouTube or my podcast, and check the tweets, because the tweets, that's where you find the tea before anybody else. There's more shows coming. New Jersey is also premiering in February, so you will be getting my take on it too as well. And I'm gonna bring you some hot tea from New Jersey too. I got some tea coming up. This week we will I'll be recapping Salt Lake City, Miami as well, and I have two guests on Friday. I'm gonna tell you just one. One is Philly Diva, but the other person is a Bravo Lab. Yes, besties, a Bravo Lab is coming on my pod on Friday. I'm not gonna tell you who that is. I'm not gonna tell you the show where they are on right now, but we are gonna be spilling some tea. So set your notifications or wait for the podcast to drop right after. Besties, this has been a great combo. It's a lot of tea we drop. We laugh, we cry, and that's what we're here for. So, like I always say every single time, you know what is coming. Bye, besties.